It's live 1053, Big Dick's Wild Ass Circus, being joined in studio by one of the stars of the Darjeeling Limited, Jason Schwartzman. Thanks for coming up, man.
Hello, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Good to have you, absolutely. Awesome. Great film, very cool. You make cool movies, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It's kind of a nice thing to be able to say, you know, like kind of getting deep into a guy's resume. You can look at the movies and go, all in all, pretty cool.
Oh, thank you. It actually means a ton to me, so thank you.
Absolutely, man. It's a cool movie. Three brothers traveling on a train, dealing with the death of their dad, and it's you, and it's Adrian Brody, and it's Owen Wilson. You know, I was thinking as I was screening the movie, it's been a while since we've had a great train movie, right?
Yeah, it's true. What was a good one that you can remember?
I mean, what do you think? Like, you've got like
well, my favorite, most recent, Midnight Run.
Yeah. That's right.
There's some trains on that one.
That would have been early 70s.
Yeah, I guess. Is it 70s or 80s?
Well, that would have been 70s. Yeah,
really?
I couldn't think of anything into the 80s. Even like I was thinking about like Silver Streak
with Richard Pryor.
What about Throw Mama
from the Train?
That's right. Okay, Throw Mama from the Train. There we go. There's our 80s example. You know, this movie, and you were a co-writer on this. This movie had a line of callback humor as I was watching it, where Owen Wilson was always wanting to make an agreement. Let's make an agreement.
That's right.
Do lines like that in movies stick with you when you make them, even if the general public never catches on to them, sort of like little inside jokes?
Do they stay with me after the fact, after the movie to this point? Yeah, I mean, it's funny because, like, you know, like you say, I was one of the co-writers of the movie. Wes Anderson and Roman Coppola, the three of us wrote it together. And the movie really is, you know, a 2-year process of us writing it together and spending almost every day together in some way, on the phone for 6 hours at a time in these conference calls, or at Wes's apartment for 12 hours a day, or even in India when we went and wrote it. And the idea behind writing it was that we would write like the most personal script that we could. One that would be based completely on things that had occurred in our lives, or if not our lives, then people really close to us. And so all the lines in the movies and stuff, they are from our experiences, and they are things that people have said. But what begins to happen that's funny is, you know, you're writing the movie, but then all of a sudden the movie becomes such a part of your daily life that you do start to say these lines to each other. The three of us would say these lines to each other. We'd go out for, you know, like dinner that night, and then someone would say, let's make an agreement, you know, try to make jokes and stuff like that, because you really can't get certain things out of your system, and they do become part of your life. And so, I mean, I don't say those lines all the time, but sometimes, like, to make, you know, Wes laugh or something, I'll bust out, you know, where those nuts at, which is a line from the movie, but it's in reference to Peanuts. Yeah, I mean, they stick with you.
I thought, for example, now you're a child of the '80s on into the '90s, like the ceremonial thing with the peacock feathers.
Yeah,
very Three Amigos.
Oh right, okay, with the singing bush,
which I thought was cool.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, are there any like just sort of, you know, odd pop culture things that go through your head as you're creating those sort of things?
You name it. I mean, Wolfman Has Nards from Monster Squad. That's a pretty good one. Slick Shoes, Pinchers of Hell, Goonies. Those are cultural references. What else you got? Who's That Girl? La Bonita, Madonna.
You were a co-writer of this film, obviously.
Yeah, I love. What are big ones for you?
I thought, well, that one jumped out, you know, and I never know, like, it's not like that movie won Oscars or anything, so I never know if I never know if I say that to somebody, they're gonna think that's cool, but I love that movie, you know.
Le Phare.
Was there something?
Can I say one thing about that movie? To be honest with you and have a weird moment, and if you don't agree with it, let's drop it. Okay. When they ate the bat, when they barbecued the bat over the fire, did it kind of look slightly great?
Did it look what? Did it look great to eat?
Because the way they eat it looks really crispy and kind of delicious.
Like bacon. That's kind of what it reminded me of.
I've kind of always craved. And now I don't want to eat that at all. Nor do I want to eat any meat really. But at the time, I can remember thinking, this bat looks mighty delicious.
Yeah, that was in the scene where they were all sitting around the campfire with the singing turtle.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes me want to see the movie again. I want to see that movie and the Darjeeling Limited.
Oh, cool.
Absolutely.
Great.
Was there any symbolism, Jason, to the fact that you were always playing that iPod?
Yeah.
You carried it around the little speaker system. It was like an older iPod. Was there some symbolism to the fact that you were carrying the first generation iPod around with you?
No, probably is just that we made the movie like a couple of years ago, and there wasn't like the 40 gig wasn't out yet or something. You know, it's hard to make a movie with an iPod in it or any type of computer in it because they get, like nowadays, things are like, by the time you buy, if you went to the Apple Store, bought an iPod, by the time you left the front door, you already have an outdated one.
That's true.
They come so quickly. So I don't think there was any point, at the time, we had the most cutting edge iPod on the market. But now, it's funny, it's pretty weird. It looks pretty weird. Someone actually pointed out that, because there's a short movie called The Hotel Chevalier.
Yes.
That's available on iTunes, and it's a prologue to the feature film.
Mm-hmm.
And it stars myself and Natalie Portman. Actually, I should make it the other way around. It stars Natalie Portman, and I'm kind of in it.
Yes.
Because she's such a big movie star. But anyway, I play the same character in both, and the idea was that if you saw the short movie, it would help fill in some blanks about the feature film. Now, we shot the short a year before we shot the Darjeeling Limited, and someone pointed out the other day in a Q&A session that I was in for the movie that in the short I have an older iPod than I do in the movie.
Yeah.
And I realized they're right. They asked me if that was but they also asked me something that was weird. They said, "I noticed that in the short you have a 40 gig iPod, but in the film you have a 60 gig. Was this a character choice that you made?"
What does it
mean?
And
I was thinking like character choice, like my character decided to go to the iStore before he went to India to go on train. Like,
it was symbolic of his growth as a human,
it was symbolic.
right?
Yeah, he spiritually had more gigabytes.